Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, now joined by the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott. Dak, let's put this microphone down like
there
that there.
Turn it
Look at that. On.
It's amazing when things work.
You do everything around here. I figured you were doing all that by yourself. I mean, you've done it enough. Yeah. All right. The elephant in the room. I saw the video the other day and went, yeah. And now it's a national story. You told us last year you're one of the best trash talkers on this team. It's a non-story, right?
It's 1,000% not a story at all. As I said before, I'm just glad they didn't get everything that's always said and talked about because, to me, it's a sign of not a lot of people have been in heated competing moments, and that's all that is. That's a brother right there. It's a guy that I see as a little brother. We have real life conversations. So when you're on the field, nothing really matters. Those are words, and those are guys holding each other accountable to wanting to be great.
Dak, you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, and with that, as well as anybody, comes either criticism or a lot of love. I'm watching TV this morning, and half of all those national sports shows are about you and the Dallas Cowboys. Is that tough to get used to, or do you just try to tune that out?
Yeah, I don't watch TV for one, so I couldn't have told you that. It doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, but when you've been the quarterback for this team for 8 years, you understand that anything you do, anything that you say is always going to be a headline or something for some people to talk about and to create an opinion about. So it's part of it. Words don't hurt me, never really have. I know who I am. I know who this team is. I know what I strive to be each and every day, and that's really the only thing that's important to me.
Dak Prescott joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. You look at this team as we're, another new year. Stephen Jones told us when he was on the show a couple of days ago, this might be the most complete roster that this team, the Cowboys, have brought to training camp in a number of years. Do you kind of feel that?
Yeah, I agree, especially just in my time. I mean, understanding the defense that we have, the depth on defense that we have, and it's now being a part of this offense, all the playmakers that we have. It's truly going out there. It's an iron sharpen iron environment. It is a game-like rep each and every play, and it's special. People are getting better, and we have a lot of good players who are holding themselves accountable to learning this system and to making sure that they're not the guy that's left behind. And I think when you have that, that's just a level that allows everybody to push the competition and to get better.
You say learning the system. Obviously, the big news in the offseason, that Mike McCarthy's taking over the play calling, and there's some new things here. How much different, without giving anything away, obviously, but
give it all away.
How much different is it going to be, Dak?
It's going to be a little different. I just think in the way that he calls the plays are a little bit more aggressive in a sense, but that you might not see it because he's calling them. But we've also communicated so well that, hey, make sure that's the right look. Make sure this is exactly what we want. I've got a few plays always in my back pocket to get to if I'm not comfortable what's being called against this defense. But we've got so many playmakers. I think you're going to see the ball coming out of my hand faster. Two guys like CD, Tony Pollard, Deuce, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, these young tight ends, and it's a special group that we have, and all of them are hungry to get the ball, and all of them are hungry to make plays.
Dak Prescott joining us here on the Blitz, here at training camp since the pads have gone on, which, 3 practices. But when a play hasn't been there, in years past, you dirt it, you start over or move on to the next one. This year, it seems like you're scrambling more. Will that be a part of the offense during the regular season?
Yeah, I think so. I think that just comes from getting healthy, understanding and feeling healthy, understanding the look that's behind the secondary, right, or the look that's behind the D-line, and knowing that, hey, if the look's not there, well, these guys are in man-to-man, these guys are in two-man, you know what I mean? This zone is flooded out to go get it, and a lot of it is paying attention to the situations, the down and distance. And so, as I said, we're already practicing like game-like reps, and hey, this is third down, we can go for it. And so everything matters, and I'm just trying to put myself in a game-like environment every time that I'm taking a snap.
Dak, as a quarterback, I'm sure you have to have a short memory.
Yeah,
because plays or throws can go bad, things like that can happen. I don't want to talk about last year, but you've already said you're going to have less interceptions this year. Is that going to take away from your aggressiveness, trying to throw guys open or fit a ball into a tight squeeze?
What happened last year? I'm just kidding.
No, that was a great answer.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, just it's about the details and understand. And our receivers have all got on. There's a credit to Coach McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer, and just in the way that they've installed this offense, installed their system, is making sure everybody knows the purpose of a play. Everybody understands where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to get the ball, and if they get the ball. Then at times, if they don't, the scrambles that can come behind it. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't. You never expect to do what happened last year, and I understand that we're a much better team where we've got more weapons and we're just much better detailed in just the way that we're going to go about this game that I don't even care to say the word anymore, and just trying to get better. As I said, play each rep like it's a game and just continue to get better.
You know, a lot of talk, and not that we want to just keep going back to last year, but
yeah.
You look at the number, and then there's, well, that one wasn't his fault. That one wasn't his fault. That one wasn't his fault. Tipped or wrong route or whatever. You guys are the only ones that know, right? Will you tell us how many were actually on you versus just the game of football?
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know the number. What was the number that I had? Honestly, I don't like.
Nobody's gonna remind 15.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you, but every interception has its own story. And yeah. I mean, there's damn sure a few that weren't great decisions, and there's a few that got away from me. And then there was a few that, hey, maybe they got away from me with the wrong route, right? But when you play this position, when you sign up in Pee Wee football and you want to be a quarterback until you play in the NFL, you've got to understand with all the job responsibilities and what that comes with. And that comes with taking that, you know what I mean? I'll take that patch and I'll wear that patch and understand that all those were my interceptions. They left my hand. I'm accounted for them, and that's how it is. And so when you play this position, you get the blame put on you sometimes, but a lot of times you get the credit that you don't deserve as well. And so that's part of it, and I'll own all of them.
All right, I know we're in training camp. We're looking forward to the season. Jason and I have been talking about this today. How do we define a successful season for the Dallas Cowboys? 12-5 the last 2 years. How does Dak Prescott define a successful season?
Yeah, honestly, Super Bowl. I've had a lot of wins in my career, a lot of winning seasons, and at this point, going into year 8. Playing for this organization, it was that way in year 1, and I don't think the expectations have yet changed. It's to win a Super Bowl, and it's well overdue in this organization, and it's something that I want to get done in my career, and not just one. But you've got to start with that. So it's about building on these past 2 years of 12-win seasons, making it to the playoffs, but winning. And once we get there, and winning the whole thing.
Dak Prescott joining us here on the Blitz as we wrap up the important question. During the year, Mike McCarthy is on our morning show with Rob Thompson and Rudy J, the guy over there in that pony jacket that was cool in 1984.
I like it.
They send them they send them breakfast tacos. And
is that who that comes from?
That's coming from us, right? And so, what is the preferred breakfast taco of Dak Prescott?
Sausage, bacon, and eggs with the hash browns in it.
Nice.
And the sauce on the side. So y'all do send the sauces. So,
so I mean, you're happy with that, because I know. I mean,
that's not an every week thing.
Well, you have to win.
There's a trend.
It's only after a win.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we've had a lot of wins these past seasons. Well, I haven't paid attention to the trends.
McCarthy hasn't been sharing enough, but like
he's been sharing them.
Ben DiNucci's like, hey, can you send some of these, or can you send some of those a couple of years ago? And then he's the one that realized you guys only seem to send them after a win.
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah.
So there is the specific breakfast taco that's going to be yours when they make the quarterback room.
That's perfect. I can't wait to get them every week.
Awesome.
Every week. Awesome. Undefeated.
Dak Prescott here on the Blitz. Man, good luck this season. Appreciate you stopping by.
Dak, thanks.
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.